So this is the universal design for learning, the difference in instruction, and the tiered approach, and how I use them through problem solving in my classroom. So we'll start with the universal design. The three main points are to provide multiple means of representation, multiple means of action and expression, and provide multiple means of engagement. So for the multiple means of representation, that's when I allow the students to decide kind of how they want to present the material when it comes to, specifically to Worthwhile Math Tasks or three-part math lessons. I allow the students access to different methods of expression, whether it's through visual, whether it's through using the tech that's available to them as well. And they have options when it comes to how they want to represent the work that they're doing. And this also ties into multiple means of action and expression. This one I feel is probably where I'm the furthest along. I do have iPads in the classroom, and I do allow the students to either use the iPad to take a picture of the question and annotate their notes and present using that, or I'll videotape them as they're explaining the work that they're doing. And I find when I videotape them as they're explaining the work that they're doing, that takes away that having to present. I just hit play on the iPad and put it on the screen and let the words of the student as they're actually answering the math question kind of take over. And it seems to really take away from some of the nervousness that can be attached to explaining your thinking in front of your classmates. And the multiple means of engagement, I think that's the questions that I create, the relevancy, the authenticity, and the lessons that I provide. I try to make them meaningful to the students, so there is more of a level of engagement when it comes to problem solving. And the DI, the differentiated instruction, the three different sections here, the content of learning, so what students are going to learn and when. I am consistent in when we deliver the lessons that we are going to do when it comes to math and what we're going to learn. I'm very obvious with them. I talk about the learning goals, I talk about the curriculum, I talk about success criteria, and I allow the students to be a part of that process, so there's no surprises, and there's a really strong understanding as to what they're going to learn and when. So process of learning, types of tasks and activities kind of connects back to the engagement piece and the universal design. I do project-based questions, I do tasks that the students are going to require to build something through STEM, and just try to make it so it's a variety of different tasks and activities to cater to the different learning styles in the classroom. And the products, again, connects because context and the environment in which students learn and demonstrate learning. We try to create a safe environment, and we try to create an environment where the students are a community that care for each other and they're allowed to take risks, and I've seen that seems to help them deliver their problem solving, evidence of their problem solving. So in the tiered approach, I took this slide because the universal, the bottom of the tier, is pretty much how I assess the students, and I feel this one I'm still a work in progress. I plan for all the students, I assess all the students, and then I look for the students that need some extra help when it comes to the different curricular expectations we're focusing on. And then I look at the targeted, I take that group and they become a targeted group, and I continue to try to give them lessons through differentiated instruction and interventions that allow them to kind of learn and face their challenges. And then the next group would be the intensive group that right now I'm kind of in the process of really figuring out how to support these students, whether that's bringing them to team or finding other resources that are available within the school to support. But right now I feel I'm a work in progress when it comes to this, but I do have some things that I've tried, and hopefully through these three different designs and problem solving, there's been some evidence of learning, and the students have seen some success. Thanks.